Visual Story Studio powered by Victor. The lost girl, called Emma in the charming town of Willowbrook. There lived a curious and adventurous girl named Emma. Emma was known for her boundless energy and a knack for getting herself into hilarious yet precarious situations. Her bright red hair and freckles were as distinctive as her infectious laugh, and she had an insatiable curiosity that often led her on unexpected adventures. One fine spring day, while exploring the outskirts of Willowbrook, Emma stumbled upon an old, overgrown path she had never seen before. Intrigued, she decided to follow it, convinced she was about to discover something amazing. As she wandered deeper into the forest, the trees grew thicker and the path more winding. Before she knew it, Emma realized she was completely lost. Her heart began to race as she looked around, recognizing nothing familiar. The forest seemed to grow taller and darker, and for the first time in her life, Emma felt a pang of fear. But Emma, being Emma, refused to let fear take over. She decided to use her wits to find her way back. After wandering for what felt like hours, Emma heard a rustling in the bushes. Out popped a fluffy rabbit with a comically large carrot in its mouth. "Excuse me," Emma said politely. "I'm lost. Do you know the way back to Willowbrook?" The rabbit stared at her for a moment before dropping its carrot and twitching its nose. "Willowbrook. Oh dear, you're far from there. But I know someone who might help," the rabbit said, its voice surprisingly deep for its size. Emma followed the rabbit, trying to stifle her giggles at the absurdity of the situation. They soon arrived at a small clearing where an old, wise-looking owl sat on a low branch, its feathers ruffled and eyes half closed. "Mr. Hoot," the rabbit said, "this girl is lost and needs to get back to Willowbrook." Mr. Hoot opened one eye and looked at Emma. "Ah, I see," he said in a slow, deliberate voice. "Getting lost can be scary, but it's also a chance to learn. Tell me, Emma, what have you learned so far?" Emma thought for a moment. "Well, I've learned that wandering off without telling anyone is a bad idea, and that the forest is much bigger than I realized." "Good lessons," Mr. Hoot nodded approvingly. "Now, to get back, you must find the tallest tree and climb to the top. From there, you can see the direction to Willowbrook." Emma thanked Mr. Hoot and the rabbit and set off to find the tallest tree. After a bit of searching, she found it a massive oak that seemed to touch the sky. Climbing it was no easy feat, and more than once she slipped, eliciting a few laughs from a passing squirrel. But Emma was determined. She finally reached the top and saw Willowbrook in the distance, its familiar rooftops peeking through the trees. Carefully climbing down, Emma made her way back, this time staying on a straighter path. She burst out of the forest, muddy and tired, but filled with a sense of accomplishment. Her parents, who had been worried sick, ran to her, tears of relief streaming down their faces. "I'm so sorry," Emma said, hugging them tightly. "I promise I'll never wander off like that again." Her parents, though upset, were just happy to have her back, and so was the entire town, who had been looking for her all afternoon. That evening, Emma shared her adventure with everyone, turning her harrowing experience into a tale of laughter and lessons. From then on, Emma's curiosity was tempered with caution, and she always remembered the importance of letting someone know where she was going. The wise owl's words stuck with her, a reminder that even in the scariest moments, there was always something to learn. And of course, she never forgot to laugh at the absurdity of talking rabbits and wise old owls, making her adventures in Willowbrook all the more magical. I hope you enjoyed this tale. Let me know if you have any other requests or questions. Follow us and subscribe for more.